That's a long day trying to prepare for Todd Gurley.
Throwing on third. Goff. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
So the Rams call on Johnny Hecker here to punt it away on fourth down. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And Davis has it over the middle. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And on fourth. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I'm still struggling to wrap my mind around the year Todd Gurley had with the Los Angeles Rams. I thought he was a lock for 1,000 yards. Didn't approach it and never got over 100 yards in a single game all season.
Yeah, and his rookie year, we know what he did. He was averaging 4.8 yards a carry as a rookie, 3.2 this year. How much of it was up front on the O-line?
There was plenty of that, but he also has to increase his vision. And I think he may add a little bit more weight back on in order to break a few more tackles.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Every time I see a coach challenge a spot, that makes me a little bit nervous for that coach. Those are very difficult to get overturned.
Well, the biggest reason, correct me if I'm wrong, is just technology. A lot of times you just don't have the angle.
Yeah, I think all the coaches, when they want to challenge that type of a play, they want to put the magnets or the stings or the sensors in the ball to show exactly where it is. But right now, it's all about us humans.
The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And now it's fourth down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9. They are going for it. Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got to a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. On second down, Prescott again. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
A first down carry by Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
Partner, I know you call the play-by-play, but you know your ball. If I throw these numbers at you, all right, 6 yards shy of 2,000 of total yards from scrimmage for a rookie running back. What do you think?
Sounds like me in high school.
Sounds like you doing it,
no,
right?
It's really fascinating at what he was able to do. The thing for me, though, he did that as a rookie. Where do you go from here? I mean, can you keep going up from those numbers your sophomore campaign?
I think that you can. He's had examples of that preceding him in the NFL. Some guys who are in the Hall of Fame right now. Remember, he had 16 total touchdowns because it's not just his ability to run it. He can catch it out of the backfield as well. No one plays harder than this guy does, down in and down out. I think he's just going to keep getting better.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Let's go! Play fake. Here's Prescott. to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. They come out with one back and three tight ends. Now Prescott sliding out of the pocket. And some room to maneuver. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Now Dunbar. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost two, and it brings up fourth.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. Partner, these L.A. Rams, as they come back out here for the next offensive series, they've now missed the playoffs 12 straight seasons. Of course, this last one, their first back in L.A. They were 3-1, so much hope, but then they lost all but one down the stretch.
Hard to believe with a defense that good. It just tells you about the premium that's placed on the offensive side of the ball, especially at the quarterback position. They just didn't have the stability. Even though they drafted Jared Goff, #1 in 2016, he'll have to ascend to that number. Be that guy for them in the next season in order for the Rams to finally break that playoff drought.
And now they've got some city neighbors in the Chargers of L.A. Barry Church, the strong safety, the one to get him down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And look at this, another fake. And he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. The one running back is Gurley. On 2nd down, here's Goff.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Losing 6 yards there to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. And with that, it's 2-minute warning time here, the NFL on EA Sports.
Ohio! Let's go!
On the run, Dunbar. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Here we go!
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go!
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Prescott looks to throw on first. Escobar with it over the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
1 man in the backfield, Elliott. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he rifles one incomplete. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target. Third down here. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. They come up in an offset eye. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, L.A. Tavon Austin, 60 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now it's 2nd and 7. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. 7 yards on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And the young bucks showing that ability, that agility. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The give is to Elliott. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And quickly they get to the line. 2nd down, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Robert Quinn in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Offense faces a 3rd and medium with 6 yards left. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's got his man. It's Williams. And a gain there of 11 yards. And when he started rolling left there as a right-handed quarterback, I thought, boy, this third down play is going nowhere, but credit to him, able to pick up the first.
And all you righties who are watching the game at home, get out of your chair, get off the couch, move to your left, and then rifle one. You may leave a hole in the wall, as you have to explain later, but you'll see how difficult that throw actually was. Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. One man in the backfield, Elliott. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it.
Flex round, let's go. What? 90. Ohio, here we go.
Now Prescott on 4th down, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. On 2nd and 10, Goff. Going up top. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue.
They've got his man complete. They give him a gain of 37. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Flex round. Here we go.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. William Hayes in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
3rd and long for Prescott. And that is incomplete. Jason Witten, the intended target. Now 4th down. So pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. He's going to go for a big... It's caught inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
and they pick up the first down on a fourth down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on third down, or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well, but boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
Let's go!
They go play action here on first down, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Arlington. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4.
Let's go!
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. To throw is Prescott. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Looking to throw. Prescott out left side here to Bryant. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs.
Green 39!
They go back to the air here after the eye. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
So third down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. Prescott from the gun on third. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
Come on, let's go!
Another pistol look here. Prescott to throw on fourth. And Beasley with it over the middle. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Detroit! Leopard!
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the two tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see two tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
The one running back is Gurley. Well, now they'll try the end around. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time.
Abrupt stop on fourth down. Do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves. Let's get back out there and move the ball again.
And is it different when you get stopped on fourth versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a fourth down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a fourth down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! Try it 38! Try it 38!
Prescott to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a first and goal right at about the 6-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
They come out here in the eye. Another try on second down with Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. So they're back at the 7 now for third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Throwing now, Goff. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside.